You don't remember?
Hey, y'all. Before you said
You're a
something,
dick.
good evening. This is the company. I am Brian. This is Izzo. That's that damn Sosa. And that's Rich. Tonight, we're going to talk about a lot of things.
No, we're not.
Some important, some not so important, but all great. Anyway, hope everybody had an amazing weekend. This is the company. How is everybody doing? Everybody joining us on Facebook. Everybody joining us on YouTube, and everybody joining us now on Periscope, since we can now broadcast on 3 different venues here. We're all over the place. So another week is gone. Today is August 5th. How's everybody doing? Hey, y'all good?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Not quiet on me.
We're waiting for you to finish your monologue.
Yeah, motherfucker. Your damn monologue.
Sorry. Anyway, COVID update. Kids going back to school. I think Georgia's already messing up.
They are 1 day in and got positives.
Yeah.
So is
Yeah.
Mississippi.
They are already having to send home, I think, about maybe 400 kids to be quarantined. So that was a quick in and out failure on their part.
State of Mississippi.
Yeah.
The great state of Mississippi.
Great state of Mississippi. Is bringing y'all kids to school. I thought it was a bad idea to begin with, and apparently it's turning out to be so.
Man.
They're sending out pictures of kids walking in the hallway. Nobody has on masks. The hallways are packed like it was Bayside High.
That was good. What about Eastside High?
I don't know too many black folks saying they sending their kids to school.
Eastside High, locking the damn doors and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems like it was a bad idea, and like I said, George has proven that to be so.
Well, the fucking governor's an idiot. So
The ghetto.
Yeah. But that's
he
they said
was too, sadly.
Go ahead.
Go, sorry.
Okay, so what you about to say?
I ain't saying shit. I just
we
said
broke down how dumb he is. That's all we did.
yeah, it's a stupid motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dude who didn't know how to put on a goddamn face mask.
Yeah. But I think the get numbers updates about every day, and they're up and down. I mean, no really real way of telling what's going on with it. So just continue to wear your mask. Now we see, I don't know if y'all saw, but we had the electric signs on the highway saying the mask ordinance is in effect. So it's kind of reminding people.
Wait, so where in South? I thought South Carolina doesn't have a mask ordinance. Or you?
No,
It does now.
I saw a sign last night that said the mask ordinance is in effect. So put that some bitch on.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny though, because South Carolina, I think, is actually doing better than North Carolina. Because the governor,
trending better lately.
Yeah, South Carolina actually is trending better. North Carolina actually, the governor announced today that we have to stay in phase 2 for another 5 weeks.
Really?
So
at least they announced phases and no like following it. They're not following shit right now.
What the fuck phase are we in?
WTF?
It is trending down, guys. Like we're at a point where it's about right after July 4th. So we're about back where we were a month ago.
Right.
Doesn't sound good, but it's way better than it was about 3 weeks ago. It was horrible. Like it was like 2,400 positives one day, and we're at like 1,100 now.
Wait until kids go back to school.
Oh yeah, that shit about to be like boom.
No, my son, he was a little happy. He was like, Daddy, when am I going to school? I was like, school's gonna start, but you know you're gonna do it here. He's like, yes. I was like, wait.
That's not how that works, man.
At 8 o'clock, when they got the virtual learning, you have to be up. He's like, he doesn't swear in front of me, but I know in his mind he was like, fuck. And they give you, I don't know how you guys, well, Rich is only North Carolina one, but they're giving us phases like they give everybody else. like stores and bars and whatever.
Mhm.
So I just said, yeah, my son's probably not gonna go until there's a vaccine. He's not going. And these anti-vax people, they're fucking stupid.
No, we're just gonna corral them and put them in Lake Hartwell.
We should corral them and
You say
have
you're gonna corral them?
on them.
I said corral them and put them in Lake Hartwell.
Or
Nobody said you're gonna drop them. Oh, well. Lake Hartwell's the one near Clemson, right? Just make sure.
I don't know. You just let God sort them out.
Wow, kill them all, let God sort them out. I know that mantra. So
shit.
Yeah. Can't really say that, but
no, that's why I didn't say kill. I just said let God sort them out.
But anyway,
sorry,
I got you. But anyway, so other things are happening. Disney's, I don't know what Disney's doing, but they're open. They're trying to. Huh?
We're going right to
You said what?
We're going right to that.
No, I mean, no. I'm talking about as far as COVID goes. Disney's open. And, we're trying to get people in the park. I really wanted to talk about this interview that you guys saw. I didn't see the interview, but I want to hear y'all talking about it.
I actually watched the whole thing.
I'm
gonna piggyback off of Rick. You watched the whole thing. I watched the highlights in first 10 minutes.
Rich, go ahead and introduce what you guys saw.
All right, so I watched the President of the United States
still
not give a shit. And I mean, that is probably, and I say that not in the fact of it's like a matter of saying he's unintelligent or whatever, but the fact that everything came back to how well he is doing or how well the numbers look or how well things are in his own version of reality is really what the entire interview was. I will have to say this. I think that if a person is going to interview him, they have to be able to command the interview, because the one thing that the guy on from HBO, he didn't command the president's respect the same way Chris Wallace did in his interview, because Chris Wallace was going in and then he'd be like, Trump will be talking and then Chris Wallace would kind of like stop him dead in his tracks. But this guy, he kind of always would back down, and it was very clear that he didn't feel comfortable like telling the president, well, no, that's not how this works, except one or two times, and one of which is when he was trying to compare, and this is the clip that's been circulating, where it's the one where he's trying to compare the number of deaths to the proportion of the number of cases versus the proportion of the population, and saying how, well, that's not how this works, and that was the one time where he actually tried to push back. But I think the thing that probably sums up the entire interview is the statement, "It is what it is." And that literally came out of the president's mouth in regards to the COVID situation. So, I mean, if people are still standing by and saying that this is the party of family values, then I don't know what to tell you, because I don't see it. If this is what you got, if this is what you got, God help you.
Cool. It's an extreme case of denial, is what you're saying right now. It's like,
man,
you're so far into denial, you're starting to believe that you're right about the shit.
Man, there were so many times where I actually paused the interview, wound it back, and then put it forward just to make sure that I heard what he actually said. And in most cases, I mean, it's not like it was anything that was about his cognitive ability. It's like, this man actually believes he's doing things right. And because the thing is, it's like, we're at the point now where, remember when this thing first started, and he was always talking about how terrible the Obama administration did in terms of deaths, where the accounted for deaths for, I think, H1N1 were about 12,000.
What up,
and we're at 150 plus, you know, and he's still saying that we're doing really well. And I'm kind of like, well, in what reality? You know, if you've blown your original benchmark by by at least 10 times, you know, it's just nuts, man. Like, y'all go ahead, because I ain't got much else to say.
Go ahead, Enzo. I know you got something.
I remember when he said it is what it is when he referred to the 100,000 deaths, well, over the 100,000 deaths, and then like on average, like 1,000 deaths per day now that he was telling them. And then he just kept trying to overtalk the interviewer, overtalk him. And then like when he got frustrated, he was like, well, it is what it is. And then it's like, it blew him back. Like, what? It is what it is. And then like, I'm talking about the highlights. Like that bothered the fuck out of me. And then the one where he's like, where you see him looking at a graph and he was fully bullshitting it out. He's like, yeah, we're better than this. We're better than that. And he's like, oh, we're better than Europe. We're better than the world.
We're better than the world.
Yeah, the dude went like this. The camera went to him and you see him out like,
the world?
I did see the graph thing. I didn't know when that happened, but I was watching it and he was like,
those graphs, dog. Those graphs.
They're doing this shit.
I promise you, dog. A fifth grader could have put those graphs together, man. Sorry, go ahead, Sosa.
You know how mad his advisors are every goddamn time that motherfucker opened his mouth.
His advisors left. There are no more advisors.
Listen,
there can't be.
This is what you have to read. Just read this. Here's the graph. Just go down the line. This motherfucker said.
Dog, it looked like the most finessing he was doing. Then he's like, I'm just gonna roll with my heart. That's how I felt he was gonna do.
I was like, and when he said the world, the R word.
Oh man,
I didn't say it.
The word. No. I mean,
I didn't say it. I was
if
like,
he's calling him that, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But then the other thing that got me was kids are mostly immune to the disease. Tell that to the parents who lost their kids. Like the there's at least I know there's at least one infant. I'm sure there's more. And I mean, kids under 10, like, you can't say this.
The thing that's proving these people wrong is like kids are catching it now, and then like. I think one of the things that people were saying before is like if the only people that are being affected are the ones who have some pre-existing condition or the ones who are sick. I know a few athletes that have been down by this thing recently. You know, so that just blows that out the water. You know, kids are just immune. They're fine. That's why we're going to open schools. Tell that to the 600 motherfuckers in. Hey, OD, you in Georgia? What's going on with the schools there? Didn't they send a bunch of kids home to quarantine them because of the virus? Because
my problem is, it's like, why are we in July? Well, shit, we're in August. Why are we in August and we're still going? If this certain person, let's say me, isn't showing symptoms, I'm not sick. I might not be, but I'm a carrier. Like these kids are nothing but petri dishes sent it home to like their family members.
Right.
Isn't everybody's not in a home where, my parents is like 30, 40 years old and shit. We know the nuclear structure of the family is different now. A lot of grandparents are raising kids. A lot of uncles and aunts are raising kids. So I'm like, those kids are bringing like that virus home to older people. That ain't the move, man. Like, why is this rocket science? Because I wouldn't have had to go to college or hell, even high school to understand how a virus fucking works.
Yeah.
Going to
wherever the computer can hook up to the internet.
Right, exactly.
In the house. I bet you the kids be wishing damn internet don't work then.
Exactly. But then I heard a lot of the bus drivers are pissed because they say they're the first ones that see these kids.
Of course.
And then they're right there. I didn't even think about it. They're right there. They're within like a foot probably of every time.
You just got a bunch of little kids breathing on the back of your neck. So it's like
breathing ass kids.
I'm not driving this bus today.
I'd spray each of them kids with bleach.
And you'll be fired and arrested.
Not even Lysol? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
At least Lysol. What's up?
These motherfuckers keep drinking fucking sanitizer, hand sanitizer.
That's fine. Get rid of them.
Izzy ain't even blink.
Because I don't care about those people. I mean that sincerely.
Yo, motherfuckers are stupid.
Because yes.
Here's the thing though. Stupid people have people who love them though. That's the problem. I know you don't care because you're heartless. I get it.
I'm not.
At the same time, these stupid people have kids who, daddy's dumb, but I still love him. You know, that type of shit.
Right.
So
my thing is these people make conscious decisions where they can get in their car, they can drive to work, they can vote, they can go do this, they can do that, but yet you still ingested fucking bleach because some idiot on TV said it. Fuck out of here. I'm not giving them an excuse.
No, I ain't giving no excuse. Fuck, they stupid.
Oh, I know you're not.
They were fucking dumb. But
Robin, what's up? David, what's up?
It's goddamn. They're trying to like
heart. There you go. Dean, what's going on, Jay?
What's up?
Hey,
brother.
Since we're talking about the dickhead in chief, I just want to say one thing, and I think I said it in the chat.
That's your commander, boss.
That's your boss.
I'm fucking around. Shut up.
Anyway, go ahead.
So he didn't go to John Lewis's.
That was another thing.
Point, Sosa. That's a great point. Great point, Sosa.
My thing is this: McCain didn't want him there. John Lewis damn sure didn't want him there. I don't give a fuck. Don't come to my shit. You know what I mean? But now when he lessened his legacy, that's why I'm like, you need to shut the fuck up.
You know what? And that was the thing that was a thing on that in that interview where he was like, and that's another example of how he tried to turn it back to himself because he was like, well, he didn't come to my inauguration, so that's why you weren't coming to his funeral. It's like, it's not the same thing, bro. Like,
no, it's not. I've never seen someone so much on their own dick. It's only an inch big.
Huh?
Because that's one of the things you're like, I wish I didn't say that, but it's too late. You said it. It's on tape. It's recorded.
But
I don't give a fuck. You bomb, you bomb. I don't give a fuck.
But to go back on what Sosa said, well, actually, I saw what Robin put, and then what Sosa said. Why is he so pressed about people who pass away to not give him their flowers? Like, why does he has to still hold something over these people who aren't here anymore? Like, what do you get out of it? Like, what do you get? Like, what does he get from it? Like, it's a sad sight to see. Like, you're still bothered by a person, and like you had all the ways to do what you're supposed to do, like the Voting Rights Act. Y'all pretend like the shit doesn't exist. And yet all these motherfuckers are trying to praise him. And I love that Democrats and people like, keep John Lewis' name out your mouth because y'all didn't even want the Voting Rights Act to come back. So fuck you. I love when people said that because that's what needs to be said.
Right.
You shouldn't even open up your mouth to even say his name because you don't want to honor him by doing anything. No. Honor him by reenacting the Voting Rights Act and throw some other shit into it.
Fuck Kanye.
While it's on my mind, and that's another thing. During that same exchange, he said, "What did Trump say?" He said he's done more for Black people than any other president, except for maybe Abraham Lincoln. And dude responded talking about more than Lyndon B. Johnson. He passed the Civil Rights Act.
Bars.
Oh my god!
I like that interview because he didn't give him no softballs.
You remember the office linebacker they had at the Super Bowl commercial?
Terry Tate.
We need Terry Tate. We need a political linebacker just to
man.
That motherfucker when you say shit like that.
just to yeet him across the room.
I don't. A lot of people think that he believes what he's saying. I think, and Rich said this like, I don't know, like 20, 30 episodes back. He's a marketing genius.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he's really good at marketing.
He's gonna talk that shit, and these dumb motherfuckers who fuck their daughters and cousins, I'm like, that sounds right. And
I'm not posting that, David.
Wow.
No, that's where I have to disagree with David. I want this motherfucker to suffer. Because this, and I thought about it the other day, that Central Park 5 shit, that shit still bothers me, man.
It bothers me deeply.
Like,
that's when I was officially super fuck him. Yeah.
You put a billboard in New York City, and we have a special place in our hearts for rapists, and we want them to die bad. We didn't know these kids actually did that
45.
shit.
Yeah.
Huh?
What happened?
I coughed and said 45.
Oh, we didn't know what you said.
Yeah, that. So, and then when it came out that they didn't do the shit 15 fucking years later, he still didn't offer an apology.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it was a modern day, let's lynch these motherfuckers in the 80s. So
at this point,
fuck him.
At this point, Trump kind of reminds me of Office Space. You remember when dude just kind of didn't give a fuck? He just did what he wanted to do. And was still
Oh, that was great. That was the feeling everybody on Earth wants to wake up and feel like.
But I think that's where Trump is right now. It's like he knows whatever he does, his base will be right there.
He's not there yet. Let him get a second term, then you'll see it.
My God!
And the thing is, the problem is, somebody's base isn't as big as what they think it is. Because the moderates, there's more moderates out here, people who are like unsure, they kind of sway either way, than there is base on each side. Because he don't even have all the Republicans. That's what I'm like. Who are they trying to cater to?
They're breaking away. Like, because if you look at Mitch McConnell, like he's seriously in he's got a battle that he's going to go into for election, and
that's where I'm at. Yeah,
you notice what he's doing. He's like, nah, I'm not really following that line anymore. And it's
they're breaking away quicker than I thought, because rumblings was like around Labor Day, everybody's gonna start to sing a different tune to get the fuck away from this guy.
Right,
it's happening earlier than I thought.
Yeah. Right,
Moscow Mitch.
Moscow Mitch is like, man. He's like, how I'm gonna launder this money if I ain't a senator no more.
Right.
Can't launder. Yeah, take that back, Rich.
Oh, right. Yeah. No. Hell no.
Hey man, no, it's not about what we want, but I'm telling you, if he happens to get a second term, you think this is bad?
You're gonna see there's gonna be a level of not giving a fuck that you've never seen in your life.
Oh,
right.
Yo, he's gonna build a wall everywhere at that point.
Talking about the wall that blew down when the hurricane came through. I mean, when the tornado came.
I will fucking laugh
that wall. That wall.
God, dog, I laughed at that shit.
But anyway,
I've seen fences in my neighborhood stay up through stronger winds. Dead ass. I've seen a deer damn near run through my fence, and it's still like the fence didn't fall down. For goodness' sake,
I bet that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. I'll take that back, because if you've ever seen them, they'll bloody up their faces because they'll get scared when they see somebody. It's kind of sad.
To be honest, David, to be honest with you, I think it's going to be highly entertaining to see Biden debate Trump.
No, I don't think so.
It's going to be really sad.
No,
that's going to be bad for us.
Nah, I think
it's bad for us.
No, go ahead.
Tell you, the equivalent of Biden debating is the equivalent to that is Hillary holding the little black girl, and she's like, you remember that picture?
Yeah,
the little black girl like, you ain't shit. That's gonna be the equivalent, because Biden might be. Let's just put out there, he might have dementia.
See now,
Trump still can talk that slick shit.
Right.
You make that motherfucker look stupid.
And I think, and to Sosa's point, I think if we underestimate the fact, I mean, let's be honest, Trump's meme game is on point right now. And I mean, and unfortunately, we're in a point where memes are what are going to sway public opinion. And all that needs to happen is Biden to do one good slip up of a soundbite, and it is done.
All the shit that Trump's saying now, that shit'll be canceled. It doesn't matter.
That's correct.
Biden has to say, "Yeah, I'm running for mayor of Columbia, South Carolina." Oh, that's right. That's
right. That's it.
That's done. And on top of that, if Biden doesn't debate him, they'll be like, "Oh, we told y'all he's been hiding from us."
Right.
Yeah,
it's like a school fight.
It is.
That's all it is.
That's what most elections and debates are.
And it's 2 70-year-olds.
Right. These dudes they're damn near 80. This is a schoolyard brawl.
I still take Biden.
I mean, of course.
I think Trump gonna try to pussyfoot his way out of it.
Well, he already said he ain't leaving if he lose.
He said he's not going to accept the results, which they asked they asked that question during that interview, and he was like, "Well, what does it look like?" He's like, "Well, I don't know what it looks like." Okay,
the election hasn't happened, Jack.
Right.
He threatened the military with not paying. I'm sorry, with not accepting the yearly raise that they get. He threatened them with that shit.
Say that one more time. I'm missing what you're saying. So I'm sorry.
When they were talking about changing the Confederate names on bases,
correct, got you.
He threatened them with saying, "Y'all keep this shit up, I'm not gonna approve your raise this year."
What? Really? I missed that.
Generals didn't get to the point. I'm not gonna say that. Generals didn't get to that point by just being stupid.
Right.
They had the political game. But at the same time, they got a long memory. They'd be like, "You remember in May, June when you said that shit? Okay, we got your ass." And they'll escort his ass out. I'm not worried about that at all.
See, that's exactly because I'm like, why do you think they're on their side, but you keep shitting on them and shitting on them and shitting on them and shitting on them? They men at the end of the day.
Right.
If these motherfuckers want to say, "Well, we're going to see," well, take your ass on.
Thank you. They'll come in there themselves and stand by the door and watch your ass walk out.
Go back to
the more we talk about this, the more we talk about it, the more it really does sound like the schoolyard fight.
It is.
You're talking shit. School out. School out.
Listen, imagine these motherfuckers saying, "We're going to secede." Well, you can't. Well, where the fuck we going to do? Take your ass to fucking England. See how they treat your hillbilly ass.
You'll be at the bottom of the totem pole, but yet they up here. You're technically low right now in a lot of people's eyes, but
right,
your accent's gonna fuck you up. That's first of all.
Right.
Is that a Yankee?
You sound like Idris Elba.
That ain't Yankee. That's Dixie.
How my man said it on the rundown? Hey, hip hop.
Oh yeah,
Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
man, that's funny.
It's just these motherfuckers don't think this shit through. It's subordinate to the civilian leadership. You're right, but if we're going to press the Republican Party to uphold the Constitution, come January, whatever, the president's out.
Right.
And I don't think these I'm assuming, which you know what that means, but these motherfuckers took an oath. And besides the oath, Trump done pissed them off.
Many a times.
This isn't I mean, look at the different generals he didn't talk shit about. Like he talked about, I forgot who it was, talking about he's overrated. That's a highly decorated soldier, not just general.
Thank you.
Right.
I can't take nothing away from any general.
Exactly.
Anybody, no matter how they lean, I can't take shit away from them.
No, this motherfucker had bone spurs and erectile dysfunction. That's why you ain't in the military.
Wait, what does dick got to do with being in the military?
I don't know. I just like to add that.
This is a little
I
flip.
get you on the Marines, boy, but dick don't work. Nope.
We were needing you to spread your seeds over there in Kosovo.
You're stupid.
I just made up something. I don't know.
But anyway, they talked the whole absentee ballot and mail-in ballot and all that shit. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about that part.
Okay,
What
so
I'm
he was
worried about is the number saying you're in. That's what I'm worried about.
Raising hell about them doing absentee voting out west, but then he's gung ho about Florida doing it because it's his state.
Well, because that's where he votes from.
Right.
And that's why he switched his move too. And his boy DeSantis is down there. Like they switched their moves.
DeSantis, man.
All your political moves supposed to be kind of covert and slick, and
they don't care now. They don't care now.
It is 2020, bro.
Hey, B, he got away with everything so far.
Right.
Nothing has hit him. I don't know if y'all remember in the early 90s, Gotti was getting away with all kinds of shit because they couldn't get him.
I think when he's out of office, his pocket's about to get ran because this quote unquote immunity is gone. His gonna get ran.
Oh, no. They are like the attorneys in New York are probably waiting.
The Southern District of New York.
Yeah,
putting in work right now.
I swear they are waiting to get him. Like they about to tag in for double dutch.
Oh,
because the Trump's lawyers keep trying to pull that immunity for a president. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's legality. I get it. Right. But at the end of the day, you're almost saying that you're guilty, but I need to be like, you don't need to fuck with me right now. It's pretty much what it says.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm president.
Subtly, he's changing his game up subtly because you don't hear about what is the dumbass lawyer from New York, the mayor?
Giuliani.
You don't hear his name no more. Like
honestly, it's good he's not in the news for their sake.
You're right.
But
what I'm saying is, little by little, you're seeing different subtle changes, and that's like he's stupid, but he's not all the way remedial.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Like, towards the end, like towards after November, like he's gonna go to his lawyer's offices and like all their pictures and shit gonna be off the wall. Like them motherfuckers gonna skip town as soon as he's done.
Yeah, because once they run his pockets, ain't gonna be shit left to pay him.
Right.
So they ain't about to fight for him when he get out. They'll fight now while the money coming in.
Hey, do it. And Barr, as far as Barr, somebody needs to keep feeding that motherfucker ham sandwiches so he has an accident. Because that dude is like 3 sandwiches away from a stroke. So,
yeah. Just wish to slow death on that man. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, they keep trying to do all that stuff. But what's actually funny at the same time is they thought the Supreme Court would be rocking with them. The Supreme Court hasn't been. So they keep trying to talk shit about Roberts. And I'm like, why do you keep talking shit about those people? Then they always gonna have that shit in the back of the mind. You're human.
Right.
Kavanaugh was the last one nominated, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's going against these motherfuckers.
Right.
Right is right and wrong is wrong. And the thing is, they have to make these votes, and that shit is public record to where if you go that way, it's kind of a legacy you'll carry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And this is why we have a Supreme Court.
Right. Once you get nominated, you ain't going. You ain't going nowhere.
Right.
You nominated me, so I'm talk that shit, and that's what they've been doing.
I got you. All right.
Are we done? Can we talk about Disney now?
Y'all want to do Disney or the basketball?
I was just playing.
You talk about the basketball one. Basketball shouldn't take super long.
I think that's actually important.
All right. Who wants to do that? Izzo, you introduced that one.
Yes. I don't know if y'all watched the WNBA. Actually, even if you didn't, ESPN or Twitter or Facebook probably went over this. So the WNBA players have been very outspoken when it comes to social justice. And last night, I don't know if y'all noticed on the news, most of the WNBA players in the league wore Vote Warnock shirts in pregame warm-ups or walking from the bus or whatever in front of the cameras. Warnock is actually the Democratic nominee that's running for Senate in the state of Georgia against the current Atlanta Dream co-owner Kelly. I think it's Loeffler. Be her last name.
That bullshit name.
So pretty much the reason like they're opposing her is because she doesn't believe in BLM, Black Lives Matter, which is fine. You can have your point, but her reasonings have been like very off base and pretty much sound like a Fox News like snippet. So pretty much she's a co-owner of a WNBA team. Said she opposes Black Lives Matter and said players shouldn't politicize, I guess, the WNBA or have these voices. And last night when they wore that shirt because it was an opponent of her, she said, I can read this. She said, this is just more proof that out of control cancel cultures wants to shut out anyone who disagrees with them. It's clear that the league is more concerned with playing politics than basketball. I stand by what I wrote in June. And this is what she said. We come together around sports, but promoting a political agenda divides us rather than unites us. The lives of every African American matter, and there's no place for racism in our country. But I oppose Black Lives Matter political organization due to its radical ideas and Marxist foundations, which include defunding the police, eroding the nuclear family. On the other hand, our flag represents our values of freedom and equality for all. If we cannot unite behind our flag, much less the national anthem, because she was hurt that they kneeled during this struggle, then what keeps us together? It's sad to see that there's more interest in tearing our country apart than in solution that brings us together. I'll continue to defend American values and our flag because this is not a game. This is the future of our country. End quote. Everybody has the same view. I just looked back up. Damn. Y'all like, damn, nigga.
So I mean, it's like you read this shit and you go through this every month, about every week, and you have to keep saying the same thing and telling people the same thing about BLM, about what it means, about the people that are involved, and nobody hears it. No, and I don't really understand what else to. I mean, at this point, where you just fuck them up.
Dude, you're
what you mean?
I mean, it's just like
it's the hypocrisy. It's Blue Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do. We're saying we don't want to get shot no more. That's what Black Lives Matter is saying too. That you know what I mean? Like at the core, stop fucking with us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So when you have someone like whatever the fuck the bitch name is,
I think it's Loeffler. I'm gonna go by that. I think whatever.
That's not even an English word. No, because they always say speak our language, but that's not even an American name. So
yeah.
Anyway, so they say it's the hypocrisy. It's okay to disagree with somebody.
Absolutely.
But why don't you come to at least an understanding point? You know what I mean? Nobody said
when you say it's okay to disagree with somebody, what are you disagreeing with? When somebody says Black Lives Matter as well as everybody else, so treat Black lives as well as you treat other people. What are they disagreeing with? I'm not understanding.
Because what Izzo said in pregame was, you ain't got to say all that. Just say you hate N-words.
That's pretty much how I feel. Because now, you're not. Yeah, go keep going, and I'll talk.
If you say that, you're probably not going to be in office no more. But at least we know where you stand, David Duke. Right. So my point is, don't just come up with bullshit reasons to say A, B, and C. Just Because it was never about the anthem. It was never about the
Flag.
The flag.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, what the fuck? If you can disagree with certain things, but if you're gonna use these bullshit excuses, you can disagree, but at least come to an understanding. Your players, your employees have a problem, have a social problem. They're not oppressed, but they're speaking for the oppressed. That's what I hate about people who talk about Cap. Cap, they were like, oh, he's $1 million athlete and he's oppressed.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah,
He
That's-
never,
that's
first
the
of all,
thing
he
you
never said he was. He said he's speaking for people who are.
Mm-hmm.
Who
And
don't
you
have
gotta understand, these people who have made it in the league, baseball, football, basketball, whatever sport you want to think, they have family that are still out here with
God
everybody
damn it.
else.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Allah
You know,
damn it.
so
Yahweh,
They're
damn it.
they're living in mansions, but not their Uncle Pete. This nigga still in
Yeah.
Crenshaw.
Yeah, they can't give money to everybody. You know,
Exactly.
We know our families can't give money to everybody.
Like, and you look across. I mean, you look across everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sad because, like, Isaiah Thomas, the second, the one from Boston, the short one, his sister died, and they were like, let's play, but it was a murder. But you know what I mean? It's like the same what y'all said. We can't protect everybody while we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just a regular murder. Not downgrading it, but you know what I mean? It was whatever. They know what Kev is saying. They just of course they disagree with him. They don't want to fucking admit that maybe centuries of systematic racism is finally at its end. Hopefully. So
My problem with her statements isn't so much her statements, because it's the same thing I hear, those talking points. Those normally, if you see that on the interwebs, it doesn't bother me. It bothers me is that a senator from a state that isn't a small state that has a powerful city in it, so which means pretty much you got some clout out here when it comes to being in Washington, keeps doubling down on talking points that isn't addressing any problem. That you keep saying like it ain't really happening, and yet you have a large constituency in Georgia, aka Atlanta and Savannah, places like that, that's black as hell, that's sympathetic to the black cause, and you keep doubling down. What is your problem? What will it take for you to be like, hey, I'll sit there and listen to you guys? You could be like, I don't give a rat's ass, but wouldn't it be at least good PR, even if it's not really truthful?
Man,
why do you keep doubling down?
Do I really care about PR? I don't, because
but I understand. But at the end of the day, it is politics, because even Lindsey Graham's a piece of shit. But the thing is, it's like, but he knows what shit to avoid sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him being this stupid to where it's like you keep calling him, like he'll probably just avoid it. No, he's stupid, but he'll just avoid it. But why does Blake keep doubling down?
Yeah.
It's just not a good political move. That's what I'm saying.
That's a remedial motherfucker.
Yeah.
So the problem is when this dummy gets elected out of office, she may or may not still be the owner of that team, and her view is not going to change. That's what bothers me about all of these motherfuckers with money.
Save them. They don't want to be saved.
Sterling Dickhead, what's his name? Sterling, Donald Sterling. I guarantee that motherfucker didn't learn nothing, but that I got $2.1 billion in my fucking account. Yeah. And he should be. He was like 101 years old. Oh. That motherfucker looked worse than Jerry Lewis.
Oh. Jerry Lee Lewis or Jerry Lewis? Jerry Lewis dead, by the way.
Oh, is he? God bless. Allah bless. Yahweh bless. Whoever. I think he was Jewish. Yahweh bless. But anyway, my point is these rich motherfuckers ain't gonna learn their lesson. So if she gets elected out of office, she has a piece of a pro team. It doesn't matter. None of this shit matters if the rich people don't get involved. or change their point of view. And I hate to be pessimistic,
there you go.
but I know I had I'm drunk, so two syllable words.
Nah, you doing pretty well for drunk, man. You've been articulate, bro.
You know, whatever.
Keep it moving,
Anyway,
man.
These rich people is just
Keep it moving along. Keep it moving along. Keep it moving.
What?
It's like, I mean, can you imagine Walt Disney being alive at this time and age, this day and age? He wouldn't have made it because that
He'd
motherfucker.
have made it. He'd have been fine.
No,
right
no,
now.
Oh man.
No.
We can talk
No,
about
no,
this
no,
another
no.
time.
All
The
Disney
shit that
would have-
they did. Oh my god.
Listen,
Good transition anyway. All Disney would have had to do was step aside and let somebody else assume the role when he still collected money.
so you talking about like Papa John?
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dog, did y'all ever read or seen videos about how he pretty much got all that land in Florida for like Disney World and stuff?
No.
Like
No.
pretty much, man. That just shows you, man, the connections. Like this politics shit is bullshit. Like pretty much, he formed a bunch of like little small, I guess they're real companies, but fake companies to buy up pieces of land for way cheaper prices. Like it, but it was just insane because evidently people in the government knew, but they could not tell. If not, he was going to pull out, and then they lose all that tax revenue. I'm like,
I don't pull
what?
out either. Yeah, I don't pull out either.
Apparently.
You're not as potent. You only got 2.
Yeah, right. Well,
but yeah, he's a piece of
They're
shit.
walking around here like Kiki Wyatt with 13 kids now.
Oh my god.
chill out, man.
I wouldn't even be in the same room as her. I was like,
Yeah. You're pregnant.
How the girl said, I feel pregnant.
Well, to piggyback on what Izzo said, and you guys actually, someone posted it about Manhattan Beach.
Yes, LLCs.
Okay, so
oh no, I'm responding to David. Sorry, but yes to you too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Manhattan Beach was a black community in California, like right on the beach, and they passed laws, they passed bylaws, they passed, raised taxes to get all these black people off of the beach and away. In that article, the dude who bought the Dodgers to LA did the same thing to the Mexican people who were in the valley where they built Dodger Stadium in the 50s. So basically, all they did was what Walt Disney did.
The same
Probably
thing with Central Park.
Say what?
Same thing with Central Park.
Yeah, and same thing with right. What you said, because it was Hooverville. You're right. It was So it was all and what they did. If we might have out of towners, but Hilton Head was a big, haven.
Yeah,
black people were there, but they're like, you know what? We're on an island. We're resort friendly. We could be. Let's get these poor people the fuck out of here. And they started raising these fucking taxes where I can't afford this shit.
I gotta go.
But you notice, like these coastal areas, most of them were like poor neighborhoods. So they moved poor people back. They build these, and David just said Lake Murray did the same thing. Not shocked. And 5 Points.
I believe it.
Yeah. But what they do is they move people off of the coast. They build these tall hotels to where you can't see the beach unless you get a hotel. And that's just how that's just the way of the beast.
So
hey Rob, what's going on, man?
To piggyback on that, and we have to go back maybe 50, 60 episodes. So we talked about, because Brian went to Jamaica and him and his significant other decided to go off the resort into the city. And my ignorant ass said, why the fuck would you do that? But Brian brought up during that episode, Brian brought up a good point. He said, you can't not go in because they built this beautiful resorts to block these poor people from the beach. And after watching it, it touched me because as a poor kid in Chicago, I could go to the beach if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I did. And my parents took me. So in Puerto Rico, Cuba, Jamaica, wherever there's beaches around, all these resorts are blocking the poor people from actually seeing it.
Yeah.
So I get what you now. I get what you're saying. I was stupid.
Like where we were, it was resort. There was no access to the beach unless you got a room at one of these resorts.
That's crazy.
So these people that have been living in Jamaica their whole I got a story about Jamaica. These people who have been living on this island their whole lives could not get to the beach or can't see the beach unless they worked for you, unless they worked in the resort. And that's still not enjoying it because you're at a bar, you're cleaning hotel rooms or whatever like that. So that's one of the things. And I read a story today. The story I read today about Jamaica was about the educational system in Jamaica. Apparently, they just passed a law bans locks in school in Jamaica, an island that is 80% black.
But,
Exactly, Richard.
Has anybody seen Shadows?
Strangely, I have not. I don't know why.
Everybody in that motherfucker had lives.
No, I never watched it. I don't know why. I know of it, but I never watched it.
But apparently, like there's 80% black on this island. The 20% of the people that are there, from what I read in the story, are horrible to the natives, horrible to Jamaican people, extremely racist.
Either.
Yeah. So I don't understand. Is it wrong for them to say you need to go? You don't like how we do here. You need to go home. Is it wrong for a Jamaican to tell them to go back where they came from?
No, it's not.
No,
because why did that and Haiti and St. Kitts and like all these islands who are predominantly black now? What happened? Them motherfuckers took over the island because fuck you, slave owners.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it? 20? Why is 20% more than 80? When the fuck does that happen? That shit don't even work in a relationship.
When the 20% got 95% of the money.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Can we rob them? I think we could rob them.
robbed us.
Oh, that was a long time ago. You got dwelling in the past. And I was trying to find it out, David, what the makeup of the government is, but the way the article I read was saying it's not black folk.
Yeah, I looked at. I had to look it up too because that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
and
I can't see like a black Jamaican born man or woman saying you can't wear a lock here.
God, I love Rob.
That's crazy. Show. I can take holes.
That got weird quick.
No, how the fuck did they get weird? No homo. Do I have to say no homo every time I say I love another man? No homo.
Yep, you do.
Okay, no homo. Oh.
Let's we at 53 right now. We're gonna get into a little lighter topic here.
Can me? Oh,
Disney is releasing the feel-good movie of the season, Mulan.
Shut up.
Available right now on Disney Plus for the low $30.
Can I?
Oh, that's low.
It's fuck yeah, it's low. Unless you got a fucking Westinghouse and an Insignia fucking soundbar.
Hey,
you said an Element TV?
As I look over at
Brian resembles that remark.
And I got an Apple TV hooked up to my Element TV.
Yo, Apple TV more expensive than yo.
You know what, man? Brian, I'm just gonna steal you a nice Samsung QLED and you'll be straight.
Oh man.
Hey Rob, you ain't okay. We understand you don't want to see Mulan, Rob. I understand that.
Why not?
But Rob is like, I don't know. Something happened.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I did not see Mulan in the 90s. I have never seen the cartoon.
Me either.
I have.
And this is not the all Asian. This is not the first all Asian cast movie in the United States showing. I think that might have been.
I think Tiger Hidden Dragon. Is it? I was kidding.
Yeah, you was guessing, but you guessed right.
Oh shit!
That was the first. I think that was like one of the first major.
I was gonna say first major
because I have a penis.
Might be right because I have no desire to watch no damn Mulan, guys.
So the point is, yeah, I get all that, but the actors, if you look at the cast, the actors are great.
Well, there are some Asian actors we post in every Asian movie we can because they're recognizable.
Hey man, well, maybe we do it with the other
motherfucker.
You said what?
Jackie Chan is not in this motherfucker, so
no,
I wouldn't think Jackie Chan was.
But you know the main three is Jackie Chan, Tony Jaa, Jet Li. Those are the main.
What's the
Donnie
Yen's name? Yeah,
Donnie
Yen. What's the older lady's name that was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Shoot.
God damn it, Michelle Yeoh.
What I'm talking about.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
So thankfully. Okay, can I switch this real quick? My day was hot and God damn it, Rob. So I wish we had Asian watching. I wish we had an Asian watching because I don't remember when Mulan came out and it was an all Asian cast, nobody said shit. When
we didn't have social media like that when Mulan came out.
No. When this Mulan came out.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Nobody says shit about it being all Asian. But Black Panther, they had a fit because there was only one white dude.
Mm-hmm. That's Moulin Rouge. David, you're on the.
Oh.
Gidgy. Yeah.
They've been watching that underground porn shit.
Oh.
No.
I don't know. It's just that, bro.
Say what?
Nothing. Go ahead. Keep saying what you're saying.
Ignore Brian.
I love you. No homo. Anyway, first of all, I'm going to pay the $30 because I got good TVs, I got good sound bars. I'm straight.
I'm gonna pay the $5.
No, we haven't skipped Black is King. We just haven't gotten to that yet.
I have not watched it, Robin.
I think that's going to be something that all 4 or 5 of us have to watch.
What is that? The Beyonce thing?
Yeah. It's on Netflix.
No, I'm good. I'm good on that.
I mean,
Robin got to tell. What is it about? I'm confused.
It's her album. She did like a whole album movie.
Yeah.
Like Lemonade?
Was Lemonade that?
I don't know. But
yeah,
what's the chick's name that is really like really nice looking, but she doesn't like dudes? Dark skinned chick.
Nafessa Williams?
No, she's a singer. She's an artist.
Your girl? Talking about Janelle Monáe?
Janelle Monáe with
she's bisexual.
I thought she liked both.
I don't know.
And animals too.
No, she likes both.
Can I get to my point?
Oh, we just had to prove a point because she's cute. She likes both.
She likes with Dirty Computer or whatever it is, Dirty Computer, Slutty Computer, Nasty Computer, something about a computer. But it was bad, and that kind of killed me with the whole movies and all the albums and the movies thing.
I have no idea what you're saying right now.
Janelle Monáe did the same thing Beyonce did.
Oh, when she put that out, that was music.
Man, what's that shit?
I never clicked on it. I thought it was a movie.
I thought it was clickbait.
Oh wow.
Oh wait. Robin got a question. Why, Rich?
Because I don't want to.
Oh, I don't. That's rough.
To be honest.
Whoa!
There's no hate. There's no love loss. It's just not.
I did watch Lemonade when it came on HBO that time. I did sit and watch that. I did watch it.
I mean, cool. You know, if I'm bored, sure.
I've learned never be ashamed considering different viewpoints and changing yours. It seems that we frown upon so much. Would love to do it.
Oh, I remember Jay.
Oh yeah, Jay.
What's up, Jay? God, yo, it's been a minute.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
But what were we saying?
So yeah,
I don't know.
So we got. It's okay to have different viewpoints because America's supposed to be a fucking melting pot. I cut.
Rich pay Robert cut.
Sorry.
Like, fuck you, Rich. That cut wasn't like shit.
Mommy, what you say?
But that's the
Sentence
point.
enhancer.
Listen, but that's the point. You can disagree and at least come to an understanding. We agree to disagree, but as long as both of y'all not ignorant about the fucking subject.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What the fuck, man? Fuck that senator.
Yeah.
And fuck everybody.
I got a couple of people I know that are like, hey, I love Trump. And I'm like, I don't like that motherfucker. He raped a 13-year-old girl. And we both can go out and have a beer afterwards.
So,
you know?
Okay. So I have to be.
I slipped that in
With
there.
the people that
Yeah, I saw you slip that in there. It's like
with y'all. Just I was told it was Rambo killed too many Mexicans.
Wait. The views as expressed here on the company are not the views as expressed as by or B Liddy. So all the Bayhive, please don't request email to us. Send that to Marvelous Predaking at Gmail.
Hey, Predaking ain't been on in a minute, I don't think. So here to disagree. I don't know what that means in English. What does that mean? So what Rob is saying, it's racist. I don't know why it's racist, because he went and killed people who kidnapped his daughter. That to me sounds like an episode from Taken.
You know why they said it was racist? He made a 1980s movie in 2020 or 2018 or 2019.
Pretty much.
Back then, when they were doing those movies, the hero, the protagonist, or whatever you want to call them, would go to a foreign country and kill the foreigners there.
I know. Afghanistan, Vietnam. I get it.
If he was in Africa, he killed a bunch of Africans.
Yeah, I get it.
Soldiers who apparently had no training because they died so easy. But you can't do that now.
Well,
you can.
Well, you can if you're not 67 years old with arthritis, gout, fucking a stroke, and whatever the fuck else Sylvester Stallone got. But
it's frowned upon.
Listen, if you want to hate on Rambo, that last Rambo, I mean, you can go here or there, but what you really got to be mad about is that dumbass movie, The Mule. Rambo been killing brown people, right, for 35 fucking years. He had.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's
with what's the man name? What's the old man name?
Who? Soul Man?
The Mule. You said The Mule. You said be mad about the Mule.
Eastwood.
Yeah. Why?
Oh.
What the fuck? El Chapo is not going to give a 95-year-old motherfucker 40 pounds of fucking cocaine to bring across the border.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it, so I didn't know.
So you know what it means. Your turn.
Yeah, his movies are always a little bit off.
Who?
See, told you, the Predaking. You make the Bayhive
she was so nice, but she's so vicious lately.
Yeah, I know. I just said I didn't want to see it. That's all. Hey, I'm leaving that right there.
No, she talking about the Predaking because he said fuck B and the Bayhive.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that.
No, I'm good. We ain't going there.
Yeah,
I was in 8th grade.
I wasn't going to watch it. I didn't say it was trash. I'm sorry.
Right? Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's trash because I haven't seen it.
I was in 8th grade and I told a 40-year-old white woman, "Fuck Elvis," and I swear to God, I was going to die that night.
You told her that Chuck D told you to tell you that?
No. This is before Chuck D put out public. I mean,
damn, how old are you?
No. Y'all know goddamn well how old I am.
I'm gonna say in 8th grade, Chuck D said it like 10, 12 years before that for me.
So do y'all think this is going to be a trend for movie companies to find a streaming service to put their movies on instead of fully going back to the movie theater platform?
They'll lose too much money.
No, yes, I think this is going to be a thing. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now why it's going to be a thing.
It's going to be a duality type thing.
It's going to be duality, or it's going to slowly but surely they're going to put out their B tier movies this way. And let me tell you why.
I like it.
Because I can tell you right now, Mulan is the precursor. Because guess what movie Disney's got in the can waiting? Black Widow.
I'm about to say Black Widow.
Widow, and I promise you, if Mulan actually does decent numbers when they do that 1 month report for that box office, if Mulan does decent, Black Widow's going to come out the exact same way.
It's going to do decent. I don't have any doubt that it's going to.
Why do you think Mulan is B level though?
Because let's be honest, it's a remake of a movie that they've already done before. It's a live remake of a cartoon,
right? With all Asian cast. You know how many Asians there are in this country?
I'm with you, but it's not. But think about when the movie was originally going to be put out. It wasn't going to be put out in like May or the summertime release. Mulan was going to be put out in like in February, March. That's that lull period where most people are like, we'll give this a shot. Like, think about it. John Wick came out at the same time. I'm not saying Black Panther was in the same boat, but it was still put out in a period of time where there was nothing to compete with it. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking Mulan's in the same space. And if that movie does well, I promise you Black Widow is going to come out the exact same way, because Disney's already came out and said, oh, this isn't going to be a thing normally. That's bullshit. Everybody knows that if Mulan winds up scoring like millions of dollars, trust me, it's going to be a thing.
So if you don't care about your screen quality and your soundbar quality,
they don't.
And you know what? But now I will say this. That's the thing that I'm worried about, is that I think that the movie going experience is going to be completely destroyed from it. Because think about it, because most movies now, they're designed to be seen on a very large screen. If we start if they start knowing that, well, we can just kind of do whatever we want, and like the average viewer is going to have something that's going to be like maybe a 6-inch screen they're going to look at, they're not going to care about that wide shot anymore. It's just going to.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
because kind of follow my drunken thought.
Okay.
So Jaws was shot widescreen,
right,
in 1976.
Okay.
Widescreen didn't come out till 25 years later, give or take.
Oh, you mean because DVDs were like the true thing that did
right?
Widescreen.
So that makes widescreen came out 25 years later. You could see everything that Spielberg was trying to make you see.
Well, now, but keep in mind though, is that you still had anamorphic widescreen available. It's just that you had two versions of a VHS you had to buy, right?
Like I had no idea what you
is it? What does that mean, real quick?
All right, so you have. I think what is
I didn't have Laserdisc.
I forgot what the different. It's basically comes down to screen ratio, right? Because on some movies back in the day, if you watched on the VHS tape, you would get the black bars, right, up on the top and the bottom. That was the true theater format,
right?
Whereas, like, if you had like the pan and scan version, that's the one that people would buy and it would fill up the entire screen, which you couldn't see all the stuff like you were saying.
All the stuff,
right?
So my point is, do you really think they're going to shoot it different now? Because I'm thinking the same concept.
Yes, I do think that if we get to a point where movies are going to be watched on a smaller screen, they're not going to do the same kinds of shots, because you just don't. You don't need that. You won't get that same effect. I'm not saying like it'll completely go away, but I don't think the attention to detail is going to be there anymore.
Dave,
what? Dave? You so look hard about it.
I don't know how much Laserdisc cost in 1981.
81? No,
I don't know, man. Listen, We got VR.
Like Betamax was just popping in 81,
right.
man.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you what though, if this becomes the norm as far as releasing box office movies on
I think there's gonna be
platforms, then you might want to look at some stock in Sonos because them sound
Sonos is great. So, do you all really think that this is gonna be? You don't think there's gonna be a hybrid, like, because people still gonna want to go to bars, eat out. They're still gonna want to go to Studio Movie Grill.
People still, even if you're not necessarily interacting with people, people want to be around people. People act like, oh, we're just gonna do everything on the internet. It'll never be that way fully. It'll never be that way.
I don't think it'll be that way totally, but I definitely think it's gonna dramatically be reduced because
all right, Predicate, good night, man.
because
be safe.
Because you're talking about a medium that doesn't require you to go anywhere, and people are unfortunately lazy. And I think that's the reason.
There you go. I was going to say it.
I mean, people are lazy, and I mean, because think about like you, if you would have told somebody 30 years ago that you wouldn't have to go to a store to rent a movie, they'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Mm-hmm.
So I get that, but
right.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking like Izzo. Shut the fuck up, Marcus.
What you about to say about me?
I'm thinking like Izzo, like, because people be like, oh, I'm gonna watch. Think of a big movie with the special effects and all
Avengers
of that.
5.
Think about the next.
Yeah, both
Avengers
are great points right there. Those two.
Like, why would you watch that shit on your phone or your tablet?
Or a laptop or something like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Remember, you're talking to people who are almost 40. You're not thinking about people who are 10, 15, 20. Yeah. They're used to this shit.
Good sound quality. Yeah, everything's seen on the phone.
You're assuming that at some point they won't understand visual quality and sound quality. The reason I say that is because we all grew up on that
THX, yeah.
And that shit sounded amazing in the 90s. Right. Now we, like Brian said, now we got Sonos.
Dolby Atmos. And
you know what I mean? Now you can hear coins dropping in the background. All of a fucking sudden. So these young kids, 20, whatever, they're going to be like,
hey, he dropped a dime. I'm sorry.
You don't want to bring a crazy woman to make sure. Well, that's where Netflix and chill came from.
Right. Mm-hmm. Still don't want to bring the chick to the high.
I mean, but that's what they've been doing, motherfucker.
I was going to say, that's what they've been doing. See,
because apparently
we're older, we know.
Netflix and chill
never mind, go ahead.
Let's go to Olive Garden or let's go to Red Lobster or Longhorn and then go to a movie and then come back and you do me and go home.
Well, see the date with the whole movie, dinner, and then home thing. You have an opportunity with the outing part, with the going to the movie theater and then going to dinner to be like, this is where this is going to end, and then y'all go y'all separate ways. If you automatically go to the house to watch the theater, you don't have no way out. Unless you're just a dick, you go home.
What are you talking about? The girl could be like, "Hey, at 8:15, call me and tell me I got an emergency, and
great.
If I pick up, then I'm out. If I don't pick up, just don't call again." You don't know the game. These women be like, "Yo, call me at 8:15. Oh, hey, my mother's dying. I gotta go." That's a wrap. That's the exit right there.
Hey, raise your hand. Raise your hand in this chat if you had to text a homeboy, like, "Hey, text me when I text you," to get the hell out of the situation.
Shit. I'd be like, "Yo,
I probably did it for you."
I'm looking at some of y'all. I've been the person.
I was like, "Hey, beat me at 9 o'clock if you don't think you're gonna get some, and then I'll call you or I'll beat you 911.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I was making sure. I was like, I think I'm doing that for a couple people.
Doing your best acting. Damn, for real? Oh my God, where you at now? Bro, I'm on my.
And you know what's funny? And when you're doing that, I'm talking shit. I'm like, you ain't shit. You know that, right?
Oh shit! I am on my way right
Hey, these kids will never know how hard it is to get out of a bad date because all they got to do is text.
Right. All they can do is.
I think that's killing them, though, man. In the scheme of things, I don't think they develop interpersonal relationships as best as they can.
Oh, of course not. Because I mean, what the fuck? Wait, what? Kenny why were you at a Kenny Chesney party?
Sure. That doesn't even seem like you, Rob.
Wait, what is Jay McElveen from?
That's a long ass post, Jay, for sure.
God damn, dude, I'm drunk. I can't read all that shit. I'm reading like every other word.
That's what you do anyway, right?
No, man, I can read.
No,
I don't think it has much to do with the I'm reading it now.
Listen, I would be. Can I ad lib? I usually do. Can I ad lib?
I don't see why not.
Tilder. I don't know what none of that.
So quit trying to read it. What are you about to say?
Oh,
You're drinking. I don't even want you to attempt.
So my oldest turns 20 tomorrow, and hold on, I almost fucking. Hold on. I'm almost. I gotta
stop everything you're doing so Sosa can finish cooking.
I'm sorry, I gotta reschedule when this is gonna update. Okay. My oldest turns 20 tomorrow, and
hey,
I mean, you know, at some point it's always daddy's little girl until daddy don't know shit. We might be at that point, and that's fine. But you know, there's certain milestones where you look back, whether it's yours, professional, personally, or you know, with your child, and you just link back and you're just like, old as hell. Hell no, I ain't got no goddamn bell bottom pants.
Good.
He wears tapered jeans.
And it's just you look back and you think of all the good times you've had and how you tried to mold them and not to let them be like, you know, certain people, and you always want better for your kids than, and of course there's no knock on my parents because I love my parents, but you always want better for your kids than what you got.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to, you know, because this is going to be whatever, I want to wish my daughter Aubriana happy 20th.
Happy 20th.
You only get it once.
Drink in my hand.
And if you guys can remember to your 20th, I was ignorant. I was fucking dumb. I was like,
that was 2002. Shit, I don't know what I did.
I turned 20 in 1995.
Damn, son.
And
I'm just kidding.
Is she still with that dude that won't help her with the grill?
Oh my god! Wow, I was gonna ask after the
so
you could have saved that for later, man.
We can say that for another show. I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna roast this motherfucker.
Jay Sosa gotta be sober to read.
But yeah, she's still with him. But if she ever looks back on this, I want you to know not everybody was on the path, was on their, like, you know, at 40, I think at 30, 36, 38, I finally got on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Way late, right? But it
it takes that long.
Exactly. It's on your
time. I was because I heard you. Sorry.
40 is the new 30, man.
It's on your time. But as a parent, you want them on their path early on. She might be on her path, and that's great, you know. But I just want her to know that I'm proud of her. And
you're so sweet.
No, I'm a dickhead, but
yeah, we do that too.
I still love my kids. You know, I hate to end it on that fucking note, but whatever.
We got to. Anyway, if you want to keep up with the show, we are continuously adding content onto our SoundCloud,
Pornhub.
He said, past mistakes don't matter if your legacy has a positive outcome. You do the right, and you'll get proud of you, bro. Wait, what?
Hey, good point.
God damn. What does that mean in English?
What? Oh my God.
I meant to say Spanish. Sorry, Spanish.
That was pretty clear what he said.
Bro, past mistakes don't matter.
Sosa's on an edible. I don't know what's going on right now.
I need 3 edibles.
No, you don't. You won't see tomorrow.
Right, that's fine.
You'll see Friday, but you won't see tomorrow.
Hey, before I'm being funny, Jay. Hey, much love. I appreciate your words. And Dave, much love. And Rob, he didn't even wear socks today. I don't know what that means.
Rob's got problems.
I love Rob.
But if if you want to catch up with the shows, we are continuously adding the content on SoundCloud, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can watch the video on YouTube, and we are now broadcasting on looks like Periscope. So we appreciate all of you guys for coming in and keeping us company and allowing us to keep you company. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Stay safe.